when I installed an accountability software on my phone and laptop was the same time that I got my brother as an accountability partner. Like they intertwined together. But I remember my coach telling me that, hey, make your recovery easier for yourself. Like you're doing things on hard mode right now, and take you can take some of the effort out of it by installing an accountability software because it's going to automatically have that level of accountability too. You're still going to have things that you're going to have to share. Maybe it's intrusive thoughts, or like I was sharing, like double taking at people and whatnot, or sexualizing individuals. But all the online activity, it takes all that effort out of it, and it just automatically does it for you, which I think is such a big benefit.
Oh yeah, there's something powerful about the app is just keeping you accountable. Um, I had one customer tell me a story how he thought that he had found a loophole in Ever Accountable, and he thought so he went and viewed a whole bunch of porn, and then he said, to my horror and shame, it had been working the whole time.
Oh gosh.
And so he gets this call, like, dude, what? He was shocked and mortified that his secret was out to his accountability partner. But he said after a while, he felt a lot of relief that the secret was out. He didn't have to keep the secret from this person anymore, and he could finally be open with it with somebody about it. Um, yeah, I love that. There's like personal check-ins rely on our honesty, and it's a level of accountability, but it's too easy to fudge. I don't need to report this. It wasn't like, where's the line? And you start justifying. But when it's software doing it, it reports what it sees, and that's it.
Yeah, it's
And
more
I think
objective.
you talk about accountability and how it's a good word. I think if you want to live like a mediocre to crummy life, you probably don't need any accountability. You can have a crummy life without it, but we've got too many. I mean, we've got too many human weaknesses. If you want to live an awesome life, you need to be accountable. Like say, hey, I want to accomplish this thing, whatever your thing is. Do you want to start your own business, or do you want to finish school, or do you want if you want to do something awesome with your life that you feel really good about, you're going to need some accountability. College does that automatically. Like there's a final and there's a deadline, and that provides a level of accountability. So you just have to keep going, and then you'll finish and you'll get your degree. Some things don't have built-in accountability like that. So it's like we need to kind of seek it out. But that's where life gets great.
Yeah, it's such a great point. And I think just to loop it back with the accountability too, I found to my horror, I think in my past marriage that ended was I was lying about things, but never really thought of myself as a liar. But I was completely lying about my porn consumption, and that was a clear looking back at why the relationship ended. That's a clear part of it is the lying. I mean, that was, I would say, the most serious thing was just not being honest about it. And it made me think about it to where I think for me, struggling with porn since 10, I developed an ability to disassociate with that, to disassociate with my honesty and other aspects. Because I always was, people always looked at me as someone that was really honest, that, firm handshake, my word is gold, all that stuff. But then when it came to my life with porn, I was completely lying about it. And I think the accountability, right, it helps provide a foundational framework for actually how to be honest, which I think is really important because I think when for all the people that struggle with porn, it's a part of the contract that you sign when you're looking at porn is I'm going to keep this a secret. I mean, if you had a lie detector test, you asked 100 people, like, "Hey, are you honest about porn?" Because some people will say, "Oh yeah, I look at it and my wife's totally cool with it." And you're like, "Okay, but do you actually like talk to her about it?" Or is it just like she gets upset, but she's already a little bit just too numb to it? So it's just like one of those things. Or are you like, there's like probably one person out of that 100 that is like looking at porn and talking to their wife, and maybe they are okay with it. But I'd say the other 99 are not being honest about it and not being honest with how they're interpreting how their wife feels about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I think the accountability loops in that honesty aspect, which I think honesty at the very end of the day is like the foundation. Accountability software or not, accountability partner or not, having actually like honesty in how you view yourself and like, are you being honest with yourself? And then are you being honest with others? But I think the accountability partner in software, I think it helps cultivate that understanding and the practice of being honest.
Yeah, for sure. And I agree with you from what I hear that the lies are almost always more painful to the spouse than the porn use. Like, okay, you're human and you looked at some stuff, but then you misled me.
Mm,
We're not, you're not who I thought you were. And you would betray me like that. Like that's what's so hurtful to her.